For today's nail art, I made my own custom glitter in both a fine glitter and a chunky glitter by mixing a gold and a pink and a silver. That way we could have a bright rose gold color. Besides using our custom rose gold colors, we will also be using the gold glitters in chunky and fine. As the base color for our accent nails, I have this really pretty pinky champagne color. It came out very delicate and beautiful. We will also need a base coat and a top coat in our gels, and a brush to apply our glitter gels with. I have completed one hand already, and don't worry about that blue spot, we will be covering that up with a flower. To start with, I've already applied one layer of the base gel. I'm going to apply a second layer of the base gel now, because this base gel is a soak-off, and our glitter gels are a builder gel, so they will not soak off very easily. I learned this trick online a few years ago, but if you apply 2 layers of the soak-off base gel, then all you have to do when you go to remove your gel is to file it down and then soak off the rest. I'm really glad I learned that trick because I do have a lot of builder gels in different colors, and it just makes it really easy to remove them. I will now be applying the first layer of this really pretty champagne color. I'm just applying it to the 2 accent nails that I've chosen. You will need to cure your first layer in the UV lamp before moving on to your second layer. Now we will be making a glitter fade on one of our accent nails using our fine rose gold glitter mix that we made ourselves. I applied a bead at the tip, and then I turned my brush backwards and I gently blended it up towards the middle of the nail to make a nice gradient effect with the glitter. You can apply more glitter to the tip if it needs it, and I felt that it did. I mean, hey, you can never have too much glitter. Now I will be taking the fine gold glitter and doing the entire pinky nail in a thin layer. I will be going back in once it's cured with a second layer, but I just wanted to get a nice even coating of the glitter on this first layer. It did not want to go on smoothly and evenly, so I did have to mess with it a little bit with the brush to get all of the glitter to lay nice and even. I then took our custom rose gold glitter in the fine glitter, and I did a fade from the top of the pointer nail down to the middle. And after we cure this first layer, I will be going in with the chunky glitter and making a fade between the 2. Now I'm going in with a second layer of the fine gold glitter on the pinky nail. I really love the look of a glitter builder gel because it really gives the nail depth and you get the glitter flash from all different angles. On the pointer finger for the second layer, I will be using our chunky rose gold glitter that we made ourselves. I will be applying a bead to the bottom of the nail and then gently blending it upward. Add more glitter gel wherever you feel it is necessary. I'm just applying a top coat to all of the nails and then we will get ready to do our art. For our 3D roses today, we will be needing a small acrylic art brush. This is a size 5. I bought it on Amazon a long time ago. I really love this brush. You will need a white acrylic powder to make your flower petals with, along with your monomer. I'm using the Omega system today, even though it's in an OPI bottle. I usually use the Omega white for my 3D acrylic because it's such a strong, stark, opaque white. I also used some Swarovski crystals today, and we will need something to pick them up with, and this is just a little rubber-tipped tool. To apply the Swarovski crystals on the accent nail, I'm just going to be daubing on some top coat, and while it's still wet, I will be putting on the crystals, and then we will cure it in place. And that's all you have to do for the crystals. "3D acrylic sculpting," the little flowers that you see everywhere. These are so much fun to do. They're really easy. I just practiced a few times before I really got the hang of it. My favorite thing about doing flowers is that you don't have to be trying to make a particular flower. People are going to recognize it as a flower no matter what you do. So I pick up a very dry bead. You'll see I placed it on the paper towel to help soak out some of the moisture, some of the monomer, and then I just squish it down with my brush and make a petal shape. The petal shape is the only thing you have to practice, and then after that you just lay on different beads and make different petal directions, and you will get the hang of it in no time. A good tip I can give you is that when you are soaking off the excess monomer, you'll see I spin the brush in my fingers to create a point on the brush. As long as your brush has a point, you see I did it again, it really helps to create the fine details as you're going in. And another tip that I like to tell people is you can turn your brush on its side and it helps to create indents in the acrylic as you're pulling it outward. It gives the petals more of a flow to them. I hope that that makes sense. You know, the petals have waves to them. Don't be afraid if it's a really awkward way for your hand to move, to have your client turn her hand for you so that you can get a better angle. This way I can pull the petal towards myself and it's much more comfortable and the petal looks a lot more natural. Remember to try and get smaller and smaller beads as you go, and if you pick one up that's too big, you can brush off part of it like how I did. And for this one, I'm just going to poke a hole in the middle and kind of push it out on either side. This gives the illusion of a center. My final tiny bead that I place in the middle, I usually use it to attach a Swarovski crystal because I think that that just finishes off the flowers very nicely. If you don't have crystals or you would rather not use them, I would just make the bead very dry so that it holds its round shape and let it cure in the center of the flower in its round shape. Right now I'm going to be adding a few more petals to make another flower underneath the rose. I've sped up the rest of my flower making processes since I did show you my first one step by step. The rest of it's just for show. Starting on the second hand now, there was this little blue dot of old gel that didn't soak off completely, and I wasn't worried about it because we're going to be building a flower on top of it, so no one will ever see it. There are lots of different ways to make the 3D rose flowers. This is just the way I like to make mine. I've seen some do a 3 at the base and then move in, and I've even seen some that do like a 4 or a 5 at the base. But that would take a lot of practice with a lot smaller beads. I just like doing 2 to 3 at the bottom and then just kind of making a spiral inward and placing the beads wherever I feel it needs another petal. And these are our finished nails. I like to finish off with a little bit of cuticle oil to help moisturize and condition, and then we will get our final pictures and videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the future with more videos.